Hi, welcome to my house. I'm Chef Carl, Food Whisperer, and today we're going to make beef and pork Wellingtons. And I've never seen a pork Wellington before, so hopefully this is something new. I tasted one earlier. It's delicious, right, Lord? Yes.
Chef Carl, Food Whisperer, taking the mystery out of cooking.
Hi, welcome to my house. I'm Chef Carl, Food Whisperer, and today we're going to make beef and pork Wellingtons. And I've never seen a pork Wellington before, so hopefully this is something new. I tasted one earlier. It's delicious, right, Lord? Yes. What's that? Okay. One thing we have to do is we have to make something that's called a duxelle. Not a duck's nose, not a duck's feather, duxelle. And that is sautéed, chopped finely shallots, a wild mushroom, or I'm using baby bellows, garlic, salt, pepper, butter, olive oil, I'm going to flambe some brandy, and then we're going to add a little real good beef stock, beef gravy to it that helps bind it. So let's get going. This is a red onion. I'm not going to use a shallot because quite frankly they're expensive and my hands are old and it's hard to hold on to. So we're going to basically use 1 cup of chopped onion, finely chopped, 1 cup of the baby bellows, which I've already pre-chopped, but I'll show you how to do it anyway. When you're cutting onions, go with what they call the ribs. This is this here. And then you don't have to worry. You start off on an angle, you'll work your way through, cut about 1/8 of an inch, thin as you can. And you see how I'm going on an angle again, underneath? I went like this. Alright, so finely chopped, look at this. Chop, 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 chop. I already got some chopped. It doesn't have to be exact science. So we got the onions, our shallots, the mushrooms. And as I said, if you want to see how to do the mushrooms, cut this down a little bit. I wiped these off. I didn't soak them because they absorb water. Cut them nice and thin. Just rough chop them. You should be able to recognize. Alright, put butter. Can't have too much butter. Butter, 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 butter. A little olive oil. Hey, I got oil. Okay, Popeye. And I use a extra virgin and make your own jokes out of that. Some chopped garlic. This garlic is good in the refrigerator for a year. Put as much or little as you want. First, a little salt. You can leave the salt out to last, make it as salty or as unsalty as you want. And this is what they call a duxelle. And it's French, and just call it a mushroom stuffing. How's that? We'll put this on the stove, we're going to let it cook for a few minutes, and then we're going to start the Wellingtons. So, going to let this start cooking down. Once it's cooked down, we'll add the brandy. It doesn't matter what kind you use. This, I happen to get Christian Brothers. I don't get paid for I don't have any sponsors, so it was just what they had on sale. And if you don't have brandy, use sherry. Hey Sherry, how are you doing? Okay. Oh, I need more sleep. Anyway, this should take about 5 to 10 minutes, so we're going to let it go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is you can either add sherry or brandy, and I'm going to add brandy just because I like the flavor. About a shot or two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, hopefully if you can see the flame, starting to thicken up. So now I'm going to add some of this, a couple tablespoons of this nice beef gravy. Like I said, they used to call it Espanol sauce if you want to make your own. But you know what? There's some really good products out there. Work it in. And reduce it down to almost a paste. So we're just about there. It's getting pretty nice and thick. So I'm going to shut this off and let it cool down. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I have a cast iron pan that I bought and I seasoned it and I used it one time already. So I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in so we don't want it to burn. I'm going to put the butter in. Break up the butter, and I wash my hands. I have soapy water, sanitizer soapy water. I break out from the latex gloves. So I'm going to turn this on. Well, that's getting hot. I'm going to take my 2 fillets and my pork fillets. Just salt and pepper. You can put on whatever you want because we have spices and seasoning in the. And if you hear this, that's my wonderful puppies. One's 15 years old, and one's 10 years old. And trust me, they eat like queens. So. There's, you know, I had it. We're going to sear these off. I'm going to put the pork chops in the oven for a couple minutes in a pan because the steaks we want medium rare, the pork chops we want to come out medium. You can be very liberal with the seasoning on this. All right, I see smoke, so when there's smoke, there's sizzle. So we're going to try to get these brown as possible. Cook these rare, so we pop in the oven for about 8 to 12 minutes, depending on your. At about 400 degrees. I have to set this at 425 because it's a different puff pastry. If you have a puff pastry that's got a little more butter on it, it'll probably keep the temperature about 95, 400. And you can even egg wash it to get the dough to brown more. And egg wash is just egg yolks, a little water, you whip it up, and you brush it on. That's what you see like a lot of this pretzel bread and cow. I don't know how you say it. For the holidays, it's got a nice glaze on it. We're going to put the pork chops in the oven for just a couple minutes because I don't want them medium rare. So we want them medium. And you'll see at the end how nice they come out. About 5 minutes in the oven, just enough to get them going. That's got a nice. If you want them browner than that, go ahead, but you don't want to get them too brown because you don't want to cook the steaks through. I'm going to put the pork chops again in the oven. They're just getting a nice color. You don't want to dry them out. So shut that off. And we go for about 5 minutes. Okay. So we're done making the duxelle. We've baked off the pork chops for a few minutes. We seared off the chops and the fillets. So now we're going to roll out our puff pastry, and we're going to make a couple of them, and then we'll be ready to put them in the oven. Flip it over so it doesn't stick too much. Flip it over again. Always make sure the handle's cool before you burn yourself. This is the duxelle. You see it thickened up nicely. Put that there. Be generous with it because it tastes real good. Okay, so we're going to take the filet. You can see it's still rare. That's what you want. Fold this over. Make a nice little package out of it. Round it up. Same thing with this. Make a nice package, make sure it's sealed. Oh. And when you get a little baba, just take some of the puff pastry that you had left. I'm stuck on band-aids because band-aids stuck on me. Okay, so I'm not a singer. This is your puff pastry. Sometimes they come 2 in a pack, sometimes 1 in a pack. I'm going to save this for garnish. Okay. So to make sure I remember which is which, I'm going to cut for the beef tenderloin. I'm going to make some leaves. See? Nice. Easy peasy. You can put any kind of decoration you want. Bing, bing, bing. Bada boom, bada bing. A couple of nice leaves. Now we're going to do the pork. And for your dough sticks, just put a little flour on the cutting board. It's not going to hurt anybody. Okay, once again with the duxelle. Be generous because it's delicious. And you can never have too much of delicious. Okay, bada boom. Bring it up and over. Make sure it's sealed. Looks like a little envelope. Make sure you seal it real good. I got a little tear here, so we know we're going to take a little. That's for the pork. And I don't wear gloves because they break out, but I do have sanitizer and soapy water, and I rinse my hands and I rinse my cutting board. So now, for this, we're going to make some roses. Just a little bit, just to, so we know. Leaves, tenderloin, pork, roses. Now you take this and kind of bend it to make like a little center flower. Petals. Put the petals to the metals. Oh, that's something else. All right. And if you wanted to egg wash it, this would be the time to do it. I forgot to do it, and I set up we already got the camera set up, so I can't get in the refrigerator, so this is okay. It's still going to be nice. And if it's not browning fast enough, you can put it under the broiler. Just going to make a couple little strings. When it puffs up, it'll look pretty. Kind of any randomly on there. And now we're going to put them in the oven. As soon as I forget, just put on the side for a second. We've got the pork. And the steak. Alright, so now we're going to put them in the oven. And when they come out, they'll be beautiful. Okay, we got the pork Wellington first. Look how beautiful and brown it is, crispy. And now we got the beef Wellington coming out. And kept them in the oven for about 12-15 minutes. And we'll plate them up. And they should be hopefully medium rare. The rare on the beef Wellington and just medium on the pork Wellington. And they are crispy and hot and delicious. And man, you can't ask for more than that. So we're going to cut the beef Wellington first, as soon as I get it out of the pan. Thank you. And let's hope that it's rare to medium rare. You can cook it a little longer if you want. And here we go. Keep your fingers crossed, folks. And action. And oh, perfect. Look at that. That's a nice medium rare rare. That's how I like it. If you want to cook more, just leave it. Look at the juices. Whoa, man. And next we're going to cut the pork Wellington in half. And hopefully they'll be nice and juicy. Oh man, look at that. We got winner, I'd say chicken dinner, but it's pork and steak dinner. And we're going to plate this up. And you can see the steam coming up. We're going to put a little fresh broccoli and a broiled tomato. And hey, we're ready to go. So with that being said, we're going to just take a little closer look at it. And, oh, perfect. Can't beat that. Alright, this is the finished product. You got your pork Wellington, your medium rare, the rare beef Wellington. You can cook it however you want. Please, thank you for joining us, and join us again next time. And don't forget to look on the videos, subscribe. It's no cost, and if you leave a comment, I'll try to get back to you. So for now, this is it. Bon appetit. I love you guys, and hey, hey, hey.